Of course, good morning, welcome to the weekend's edition of the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. Today is Friday, August 21, 2026. The name is Marka Davis, the son of the late Baptist deacon. And yes, we are here together up to 10 o'clock this morning. Welcome on board. Wherever you are driving, going this morning, I wish you all the best. Drive with care. Like I've always said, the best driver is the one who arrives safely, not the one who overspeeds. And thanks to all of our taxi drivers, the bus drivers, and other drivers who are always elevating this broadcast in their vehicles. We want to say thank you. You are special this morning. And a very special good morning to Liberian women. They are doing extremely well. You know what I'm saying? So, for this entire week, I've been coming early in the morning for the news. And the people you see in the morning, the first people you see in the morning going out in the market and places are the women. And I'm wondering how? I want to do a very special treat for our mothers, the Liberian women this morning. You are doing extremely well. I think you are no longer just in the kitchen. I think you are making tremendous contribution to the group of families in the country. Welcome to the show. Shortly, we will bring you the commercials here as usual. And go around the continent to see what's making the biggest news around us. Of course, we'll go online and recognize those of you who are following us on our page on Facebook this morning. If we have the fact check report, we'll bring it on for you. And of course, we'll talk about other, national issues happening in the country. Of course, the biggest news in the country is in relation to the drug investigation, the former vice president's arrest. She was taken to hospital on yesterday. All of that, we'll talk about it. And in the news, you heard mixed reactions from other Liberians. Others think, well, this is in effort to eradicate drugs from the country. Others say the process of the arrest and taking the former vice president to the police station, was not appropriate. I really like that mixed views. And special thanks to Rachel Colley and Blessing Nimlin for, the interview they did in the streets of Monrovia on yesterday. We will pose a similar question to you as well. What do you make of the entire saga surrounding the arrest of the former vice president? So we'll do that. And maybe briefly we'll talk about the BSE's strategic plan launched on yesterday. That's the Bureau of State Enterprises. And we'll give you opportunity to call in and have some conversation with us up to 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, we will have officials from the United Methodist University, actually from the graduate school. They will come to talk about a lot of other things that they are doing, the different courses they are offering, and the different departments for the United Methodist Graduate School. So, we will have our guest here, or we'll have as guest here this morning. We'll have them here from the different departments this morning, but among them will be Dr. Nuzve Wia. We'll also have Bayoga Makriti. He'll also be part of the interview. Dr. Moses Gerono will also be part of the interview this morning at 8 to 9 o'clock. And at 9 to 10 o'clock, we've invited some young people who are interested in the advocacy to eradicate gender-based violence and to also promote equality among all gender. So we will have a team of young people. At least three of them will come here to talk about what they've been doing over the period of time. So we'll have Max Lynn Lucining, we'll have Rahim Goli and Jerome Wadley here this morning at 9 to 10 o'clock. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining us and welcome to the OK Morning Rush. This is the breakfast for you. So let's go for this break and bring you the commercials here this morning on the OK Morning Rush. This is Marka Davis, the son of the late Baptist deacon.
Good news, good news, good news! The National Insurance Corporation of Liberia, NACO, says civil servants can now insure their cars, keke, motorbikes, and pay through a 6-month salary deduction with no stress. I say no stress. This is how it works. NACO says you are not paying the amount in full and no more police harassment on your way to and from work. It covers both third-party and comprehensive motor vehicle insurance. This is what you need to do as a civil servant. Apply for the legal power of attorney, the LPA, credit through your human resource manager, and get your approval message and proceed to NICOL office in Conga Town on the 3rd floor of the NP House opposite Singa Palace Hotel with your vehicle documents and your national ID card to obtain your insurance policy. NACO also serve the public and provide great discounts for all your insurance needs, including term, medical, and life insurance, business and home insurance against fire and allied perils, public liability, bonds, marine and cargo insurance, and many more. Civil servants, what are you waiting for? Rush now and get your vehicle insurance at NACO and pay over 6 months through salary deductions. For more information, you can call or WhatsApp us on 777-964-265 or inbox NACO Facebook page. NACO, your insurance partner you can trust.
The Liberia Revenue Authority, LRA, informs all taxpayers and the general public of the ongoing registration exercise for medium and large taxpayers in preparation for the transition to the value-added tax VAT regime. The registration process includes the deployment of an electronic invoicing system in accordance with Section 55C of the Revenue Code of Liberia as amended and the Income Tax EFD regulation. All concerned taxpayers are encouraged to register online on the LRA website www.lra.gov.lr by clicking on the Online Services tab, selecting GST or VAT registration, and completing the registration process. A team from the LRA will visit your premises to provide support for the registration process. Taxpayers are strongly advised to fully cooperate with the LRA registration teams to ensure successful registration and smooth deployment of the electronic invoicing system. Failure to comply with the registration requirements may result in penalties as prescribed under the amended Revenue Code, including other punitive measures. Please note that pursuant to the Liberia Tax Amendment Act of December 2025, approved on March 24, 2026, the Goods and Services Tax (GST) rate has been adjusted from 12% to 13% as part of efforts to facilitate a smooth transition to the value-added tax VAT system in 2027. For more information, visit the LRA website www.lra.gov.lr or call 0770 572 572. Signed, Margaret P. Crote, Commissioner, Domestic Tax Department.
From the heart of
Are you looking for quality and healthy beats for whatever occasion for reasonable price? Then worry no more. Brown Hop Liberia got you covered. At Brown Hop Liberia, we sell healthy, hygienically raised pig for only $350 Liberian dollars per pound. Our pigs are born and raised in Liberia according to high European standards of hygiene and care. You are welcome to visit our farm in Bombing County or come to UCI at Freeport to choose your pig, weigh it, pay, and take it home. For more information, inquiry, or reservation, contact Brown Hop Liberia via WhatsApp on 0770-888-804 or call 0880-900-041. Brown Hop Liberia, quality you see, cleanliness you can trust.
where we belong. Healthy pigs, quality you trust.
I say, my people, First National Savings and Loans Liberia not do it again. Oh, I say, my people, y'all listen. First National Savings and Loan Liberia not do it again. Oh,
But when I compu, why you shouting all around the place like you not found bank manager well so?
Namo, even if I find bank manager well, I would be very happy
Like how now?
because all the things that the First National Savings and Loans Liberia doing, it will really take away our stress. Oh.
In what way it will take away your stress?
Look, Namo, if you're looking for a good place to save your money you suffer for, or you want your money to receive good interest over a period of time, then go to the First National Savings and Loans Liberia. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, you can open savings account, current account, church savings, Susu savings, and mobile banking. You will get account SMS alerts right away, meaning as soon you save the money, you will get message on your phone right away that you not save the money.
So compu, the way you not do all the fancy there so what I should do now if I want to open my own account?
Namo, when it comes to opening a saving account for church, school, and organization, you can call them and they can open the account for you right to your own house, school, church, or organization. If you want to pay your children's school fees, you can also do it when you call them too. Try to join them to make things easy for yourself.
I rather missing good in you.
Also, First National Savings and Loans Liberia can offer you different ways to do what the both people call fixed deposit, or to keep your money starting from 13% per annual, meaning per year for Liberian dollars deposit, and 10.25% per annual, meaning also per year for United States dollars deposit, for what the both people call fixed deposit. First National Savings and Loans Liberia. We are located on 10th Street, Sinker. Better still, you can call us on 0779 206 231 or 0886 027 466, and we will come to you. First National Savings and Loan Liberia is a microfinance deposit taking institution. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, we put you and your business first.
We are brave. We are passionate.
Hey Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow, you mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I will just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank and innovation that real 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
We are brave.
Well, welcome back to the OK Morning Rush on OKFM 99.5. We broadcast from our main studios here on Lynch Street in central Monrovia. Let's go online to see some of the what could be some of the latest developments in the region. Yes, let's see what are some of the major developments in the region here on the show. Let's go for this one where dozens dead after boat capsizes in northwestern Nigeria. The story is 11 hours ago. It says at least 46 people have died in Nigeria after a boat capsized in northwestern Sokoto state. The boat was believed to be carrying more than 70 people, mostly children, and a search operation is ongoing, officials say. Police spokesperson Ahmed Rufai told the BBC on Thursday that 46 bodies had been found near Garu in Gorone. 16 people have been recovered safely, while 15 are still missing. The area is difficult to reach, and security agencies and emergency services are heading to the site, Rufe added. One witness told the Reuters news agency he believed the children on board were traveling with farm owners and laborers who were heading to work on a rice harvest. The witness said they saw 50 bodies, many wrapped in mats and traditional cloth, lying in the front of a community mosque ahead of their burial. Nigeria's Emergency Management Agency, or NEMA, spokesperson Ezekiel Manzo told the BBC that Garu is a very remote place. The team has moved to that remote location. Both accidents are common in Nigeria, with overcrowding, poorly maintained boats, and weak enforcement of safety rules often blamed for death. At least 5 people drowned when a boat overturned in Jagawa State last month. In January, at least 26 people drowned when a boat carrying farmers and fishermen from Jagawa to Yobe State capsized. And in December 2024, 54 bodies were recovered from the river Niger after a boat that may have been carrying more than 200 passengers capsized. Authorities have recommended measures including providing safer boats and life jackets, dredging waterways, deploying water guys at jetties and terminals, and ensuring boat operators are properly trained and licensed. But many of these measures have not been fully implemented or properly enforced. For millions of Nigerians, particularly in rural communities, rivers are an important means of transport. Many villages are located near waterways, while poor roads and the lack of bridges can make travel by land difficult. Wooden boats are often used to transport people and goods, including to markets and neighboring communities. Well, this is the latest we can see, and it is actually a sad news. We can only express sadness over this development. We are hoping that, as you heard in the story, these recommendations that have been made over the years, can be implemented. The issue of life jackets, the issue of having water guys, maybe along the major water transport routes, will be important. The issue of ensuring the safety of these boats that are transporting people and all of that, we think that will be important to save the life of many, many people. So, sad news, but that's what it is. And let's go now on our page to see some of you who have joined the show this morning. Thanks for always being there, following the show from Monday through Fridays. It is a commitment that we cannot repay, but we want to appreciate you for always joining us on the program. So let's go online and see some of you who have joined us this morning on the OK Morning Rush. Beginning with Prince Wa Bozua. He says, "Good morning, my dearest friend and brother and colleague Marka B. Davis. I'm joining your broadcast from Voice of Gompa in Ganta City, Nemba County. Thanks for joining, Prince. Thanks for joining. Abraham V. Willie is also following. He says, good morning to the OKFM family. I'm watching you from one of the abandoned districts in Monserrado County, to be specific, District 17, Banja community. But we are always seeing the lawmaker in that district, maybe doing some road rehabilitation, other things. Anyway, maybe that part of the district have not been able to see Representative Bernard Blue Benson, but that's why he's saying Abraham Willie. William Wu is also following. Says, I appreciate you for the update this morning. Following the program from Sunny Cole in Nima County. Oh, okay, William. How is the green corridor? I love that green corridor. Hanafi Jallo is also following this morning. He says, I joined the conversation from District 10 Old Road. Dawuda Rogers is also following this morning. He says, government should speed up the trial, not delay. He says that I don't know which trial he's talking about. George Brown Jr. is also following this morning from Sano County. Bokon Jede, District number 2. Okay, Bokon Jede. When will I reach to this place? I've never been to Sino County. I've never been to Maryland. I've never been to River G. I've never been to Grand Cru. I've slightly been to Grand Jede because I just passed through Toaston way back. I've also been to River Cess. I've been to Basa. Oh, Basapa. I've been there, Bawi. Yeah. Vafale B. Kole is following this morning as well. Hilton Wolajedo is following from Greenville City in Sano County. And our city names are so beautiful. Greenville City in Sando County. Maxwell Tobe is also following from 72nd Boulevard in Painesville. Johnny Coleman Senior, as usual, is joining us this morning. Francis To Robert Duet Jr. is following. He says from Zwedru, Grand Jide County. Robert, you need to invite me to Zwedru, man. I want to go to Zwedru and see. Yeah, somebody needs to take me to Zwedru. You know, I want to have a Zwedru experience. Like Trocon Repu will take me to Buchanan, you know. Yeah, that's somebody carry me somewhere, man. Daniel Tante is following as usual. Sekou Fofana has joined us this morning. Maxwell T. Kendema is following. Henry F. Fode has joined us from Vonjama City in Lofa County. Yes, I've been to Lofa. Nelson Sumo is also following. Prince Siazia has joined us from Johnsonville Rehab. Okay, I used to live there. Gabriel Slobber has joined us also from Curious Street. He says Tatos B. Kwei is following from Jacobtown. Achi Topo, Robertson Mumbo. Okay. Robertson says, good morning, my brother and friend, long time no see. Yes, we are around, brother. You know, my work distance is far now. He says, happy pre-birthday to him. Okay, we wish you all the best. Nathan M. Chebade, okay, from Greenville City as well, following alongside Hilton Olejedo this morning. Erickson Phillips is following from Topo Village. Mo Baba has joined us as well. Coca-Cola Patrick. Alex Neomato is following. Beningo Bala Newton has joined. Festus M. Connor Jr. is following. Moses Colley is also following from Zwedru City. Okay, very good. Two persons now to take me to Zwedru. Moses and the person I spoke with earlier. So you gotta take me to Zwedru. Molly Francis Jr. is also following. Yes, but to go Zwedru too, I have to be careful because some people got missing in Grand Jide ever since they didn't found them yet, including the election magistrate. Daniel Tante, Yankwai Duana is following. Maxine Sikle is following. J. Lawrence Brown has joined. Daniel Booming is following. Vani Soni Leo Masakweng. Robert Ngone Martin Willie is also following. Vani Kamara is following. Wilfred Sagan is following. Lee A. Pankoi is following as well. Armstrong Wabinda as usual from Kakata City in Margibi County. Yes, I've been in Kakata, Margibi County. I've been in Cotton Tree. I've been in Habel. Yes, I've been in Wiala, the home of Representative Representative Ga. Yes, Clarence Ga. I've been there in Wiyala. So thanks to all of you for joining. Because of time, we will not be able to call all of the names, but we recognize all of you in a very special way. Thanks for joining us this morning. Those of you who are celebrating your birthdays, we want to wish you all the best. Um, Pre-birthday to some of you who will be celebrating over the weekend, including my sister Grace Guy will be celebrating. No matter what, we'll stay celebrate the birthday. A friend and brother, Cooper passed away from the Ministry of Mines and Energy, will be celebrating on the 23rd as well. So yes, happy birthday and happy pre-birthday to all of you who will be celebrating over the weekend. We also understand that Latoya Edith Wilson of Coca-Cola Factory Community is celebrating her birthday on today, and it's coming from your friend Jacqueline Woods here at OKFM. So, Latoya, I hope I'm getting the name correctly. Edith Wilson, happy birthday to you. Have yourself a wonderful birthday celebration today. Okay, well, welcome back. This is our country. Let me start by saying, again, like I've always said, that all of us as citizens of Liberia, or just people who love Liberia, whether you are a citizen or just a resident, an alien or foreigner living in the country, Liberia is a beautiful country with a lot of things to discover. And just the little bit of should I call it a little bit? Not little bit, because we've been enjoying peace for nearly 23 years now, or more than a little more than 23 years now. So the level of gradual recovery and development, just that sometimes things are not done very perfectly from the beginning, but I think we've made some progress. If we had done the DDRR program perfectly, maybe we would have gone a long way and even minimize the impact of drugs in the country today. Because people who were some forced to participate in the war by different circumstances. Some were, as you are aware, smoking marijuana, taking opium, and different substances. At the end of the day, these kind of behavior transition to the peacetime, and that's why today it is still continuing. Because as these elders were doing these things, the younger ones were following. Some of them who did not know anything about the war, who did not participate in any violence, but they learned from these people and they started taking these different substances. Today it has transitioned into a very big national crisis that we call the drug crisis today, that we are fighting to address. So I said that to say that we've made some progress, and we are proud of the little progress we are making. And what we are proud of the most is that the Liberian people don't want to fight war anymore. That's one of the things we are proud of. That the Liberian people don't want war anymore. They want to argue their politics. They want to agree and disagree. They want to go to Facebook and write 5 paragraphs, 15 paragraphs. They want to write, counter write, and debate the issues, and that is very important. And like I've said, as we maintain our peace, gradually we will develop the country. So you can see that Sinker is rising to be the most beautiful part of Monrovia, Central Monrovia, trying, but difficult to build. Difficult to build. Pinsville is rising. Our only problem with Pinsville is the city layout. We don't see perfect city layout for Pinsville, and adjacent rising cities, the Johnsonville Township, we are not seeing perfect layout for Johnsonville Township. We are not seeing perfect layout, because when these cities emerge to become modern cities, you need to see the blocks, you need to see the alleys. So there will come a time, look, Liberians, we should not continue to live in the past. There will come a time that these places will be perfect cities. So we should start laying the foundation from now, so that when development is on the rise, we will not be breaking people's homes to relay the alleys and the roads. It is very important. We need to do that. So as we maintain the peace, we will continue to develop. I'm proud of Sinker. Sinker is doing extremely well. Even though it is reported that some of these big buildings we see are owned by either foreign companies or foreign business people and all of that. But a few of them are owned by Liberians, which is very important. But there's nothing wrong with that, as long as people are doing business in the country legally and helping to develop the infrastructure of the country. We are proud of that. So we must continue to maintain a peace so that our country can gradually develop. Some of the countries you see today that are showing the skyscrapers, these things didn't happen overnight. These things didn't happen overnight. They happened gradually because the country was peaceful. We cannot develop in crisis. We can only develop when the country is at peace. So we want to call on all of the political leaders in the country, because the biggest thing we talk about in the country that could be a potential source of maybe whether you want to say violence or anything is politics. So we must always hold the feet of the politicians to ensure that we keep this peace that we have. So politicians, political leaders, no matter what the situations are, we should continue to invest in our legal system so that we can trust it and have confidence in it. And we should always solve our issues in the court and maintain the peace and develop the country. That's for that. The Bureau of State Enterprises is transitioning into the state-owned enterprises authority of Liberia. A lot of new authorities are coming up now. We have the Liberia National Tourism Authority. We now coming to have the state-owned enterprises authority, and different new authorities. The Sport Funds Authority. Yeah, these are some of them. The Sport Funds Authority and all of that. So yes, and the leadership, the management team at the Bureau of State Enterprises have said over the period that that institution was established in 1985 by a decree. Imagine that's way back. Outdated document is being operating on. That's why when they talked about the issue of transition to an authority that will give it the proper oversight authority to be able to supervise the state-owned enterprises in the country. The state-owned enterprises are the government, business, the corporations that are doing business, either they are doing business for the government, either providing services and also doing commercial activities for the government of Liberia. So, the Bureau of State Enterprises believe that with this kind of huge responsibility of this bureau, it cannot just be operating on a 1985 decree. There's a need for an appropriate legal authority to run the institution. These are people who supervise the National Port Authority. That the PP places there where when election time coming, people who can get big support, according to politicians, the people who can get the biggest support, they're the one they can send to these other government institutions because, quote unquote, they are lucrative areas. So these are government businesses, and for the fact sometimes you see them contributing very small amount to the national budget. So now you think about it, you say, but how people who are actually doing business for the government, their contribution to the budget small. So now some of them over 5 years they will not contribute anything to the national budget. So the bureau thinks that no, let's have the proper and appropriate authority to ensure that we can hold these management teams at the various state-owned enterprises or SOEs responsible to do the right thing. So they are saying, well, by transitioning to SEAL, which is the State-Owned Enterprises Authority of Liberia, they will have the legal authority to appropriately exercise their oversight responsibility over the SOEs. And they also launched a strategic 5-year plan on yesterday in Monrovia, and that plan is to ensure to strengthen the legal structure of the institution, ensure transparency, accountability, efficiency in the management of state-owned enterprises across the country. But I think it is a progress. It is a progress being made, and we are hoping that the management team headed by Mr. Theodore Momo, Joseph Boy Cooper, Julius, the deputy for operations, and the rest of the team will do their very best to ensure that in Liberia we can make good policies, good laws, but at the end of the day the implementation can be poor sometimes. So we're hoping that the same courage they have had to develop that plan, the same courage they had to push for the passage of the bill to create the the authority, they will use that same zest and enthusiasm to implement the policy and ensure that the state-owned enterprises can be productive, they can contribute meaningfully to the national budget and improve service delivery to the Liberian people. So coming on to this drug issue with the arrest of the former vice president, who we believe is still in hospital. Yesterday, reports indicate that the former vice president wasn't well, so she could not be forwarded to court on yesterday, and she was instead taken to the hospital. I saw one media outlet going live saying it is believed that the former vice president is still at the James Hospital around Congo Town. So I mean, these are some of the things, and the same questions that Rachel Colley and Blessing Nimble asked the Liberian people on the street in Monrovia yesterday. I'm going to put the same question to you. What do you make of this entire or the latest development? What do you make of the latest development in this cocaine investigation? The latest developments in a cocaine investigation. What do you make of it? Do you believe those who spoke to our news reporters? Do you believe that this is appropriate? This is in an effort to eradicate drugs from the country, illicit drugs from the country, to dismantle the cartel? Do you believe the procedure leading to the arrest and whether you want to call it arrest or invitation of the former vice president to the police headquarters was not appropriate? I mean, let's hear from you on the latest developments on the drug investigation in the country. Like I mentioned, we will have folks from the UMU graduate school here at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, we'll have some young people who are always talking about gender equality, respecting and protecting the rights of women and girls, and also boys in the country. So these young people will be here at 9 to 10, but the educationalists will be here at 8 to 9 o'clock this morning. My name is Marka Davis, the son of the late Baptist Deacon. Called us this morning. Let's have conversation. This is the OK Morning Rush on OKFM 99.5. Yes, 99.5 is the frequency we broadcast on here. So let's have some conversation. Let's have some conversation this morning on the show. So before we start to take the calls, we will speak with yes, he's trying to make some point. I don't know whether whether I made any mistake on this issue I said about the BSE, but that's what I know. But the deputy for administration and finance want to make some input. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning there, Marcus, and good morning to our people in Radio Land.
Joseph Boy Cooper.
Obviously, that's the name.
Okay, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you said it out, and thank you so much for calling the program yesterday. We want to thank our hardworking staff for compiling the document and ensuring that we have this launch, and also extend our thanks and appreciation to our partners. As you see, the corporate goals, specifically we have 4 objectives. These objectives will be basically what will be driving the process of the 5-year strategic plan. Go on, which speaks about ensuring that BSE is increasingly competent institution to ensure a sustainable oversight authority over the SOEs. Over the time, we're going to make sure that our staffers are fully capacitated, train them, recruit capable and competent Liberians to be able to provide these services over time. We're going to ensure also to strengthen the legal and regulatory framework just to ensure continuous and sustained SOE compliance. As you may know, the SOEs, they are already established on their foundational laws. Those foundational laws, we are going to collect those foundational laws, review them, and ensure we align them to have a coordinated operations for the state-owned enterprises. We're also going to ensure there will be
so that means for example, you will be recalling the act that established the LPRC, for example, review it and align it with the authorities on act.
Yeah, it's not that aligning with the authorities' own act, but to ensure we have a unison law which is going to be the omnibus.
Okay.
You know, and by aligning, by reviewing those foundational laws against seal the force to implement its mandate. As you may know, we have the responsibility to provide the corporate governance oversight, monitoring, and regulate these SOEs to comply to the plan and objectives. So we're going to ensure that we review those legal and regulatory framework. We're also going to ensure we improve transparency and fiscal accountability of the SOE. As you may know, the SOEs are government businesses. They raise revenue over the period. Government is for the Liberian people, so they should be accountable for what they do. Also, you should understand that there should be a portion of the revenue generated to support the operational and administrative costs, as well as they should have a portion of what being generated as revenue supporting national budget.
Okay.
So to allow those things to happen, we will come back down to go to ensure we develop the revenue dividend policy, which will be able to speak directly to what percentage of the revenue generated by an SOE shall be a portion for the support to national government. As you already know, NRA has raised almost $1 billion in revenue generation this few time. And before the year ends, NRA would have generated more than the targeted amount stated for them. With the BSE transition to seal, I can assure you it will be quadrupled support in revenue generation over the period by the support of SOEs.
Okay.
So the fourth goal, which speaks to improving and increasing SOEs revenue contribution to national government. As you may know, when we have put in all of these regulations, all of these policy, then SOE will be stronger to give government what they're supposed to give.
Thank you.
And you can see that Liberia will grow tremendously.
All right.
And will support
Thank you, Chief.
AAID.
Let's give the remaining time to the callers to make their point. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Okay, Joseph Boy Cooper there, the Deputy for Finance and that's Administration and Finance at the Bureau of State Enterprises. Let's go to the line and speak with this person. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, that person is off. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Yes, go ahead.
And good morning to the listening public. Marka, this is Peter Bena, and I'm for this 11.
Go ahead, Peter.
Marka, yeah, thank you. Marka, I've called basically to appreciate the government, to appreciate President Marka for taking a step to fight against this country. You know, for the initial stage, our friends for the opposition side.
You have to be a little bit audible, please.
Am I live?
You are live, but you got to be a bit audible.
Is it okay now?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I call to appreciate the government for taking a step to fight against this country. Because for the initial stage, our friends from the opposition angle, they call on the government to arrest the big fish in the government. And now one of the big fishes have been arrested, and they are saying that it is a welcome. I don't know how.
Chief, you have to bring your phone closer so you can be clear.
But the phone is right on my mouth. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's who you are. That. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my concern had to do with the drugs issue. You know, to be very frank, my brother, when you listen to the RG, the police RG, every day you learn all about technology from him. In the real today, God forbid, if you are very saying a video, when you link you for written, by the time you get the information, get leave the country. But if they apprehend you straight to jail, well, I through that law, you're going straight to jail while investigation is standing. But the minister at the time for youth and sport, the deputy minister, that man no one went to jail. The IG came out to say they want fight. They want or DNA. They want call law. All about technology, the IG boy or until I'm set free. It a layman will not be able to talk about technology. Now coming to a drug issue the same way. All those people, the Buckeye saw, and other people are being linked to this. In or CRD work, I've been on CRD before. In or CRD work, it's a crime or theft somewhere. All those are visitors. They can be suspect. They can be brought. They can be found for at the end of the day. They can be found for. The evidence they report themselves. But now, in this case, they send them free. They just come out with somebody who is not from their camp. So every day you learn from them. I'm a concerned, so I don't know how the investigation is going on.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my concern has to do with the discussion about the arrest of the VP. Look, Liberia like to perform like an isolated country in the world. Nowhere in the world dignity is given to any drugs-related offenses suspect. Because the business of drugs is a wicked thing. Even a certain president can be arrested abruptly and be taken in custody for drugs-related offenses. So the question should remain, was the police action justified or unjustified? It will depend on the outcome of the investigation. Okay? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, the outcome of the investigation will determine whether the police action was justified or not. If it is proven that she is involved in cartel, then the police action is justified. If it is not proven, then of course the police action is unjustified. Simple.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to this line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
This is Chavez. I'm calling from Labazi West Point.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the show this morning. And I all hear you talking about peace and stability in the nations. The politicians should hold the peace.
Mm-hmm.
It's true that we should hold the peace, but what brought the war in Liberia, it was not because people were not on the peace, but because other people were going against people's rights and it forced people to go to war. If your government,
that's why I'm cautioning, because even those in government are politicians, those in opposition are politicians, so they are the stakeholders in the country, so their appeal goes across the board.
And the government has a greater responsibility to keep the peace. Let me tell you something today. Today, it is because the opposition keeping the peace that the reason why you see the country going on. If the opposition were going to be very, very reckless, like the way you the party opposition, where you opposition trying to the country are going to make peace. The government is tempting the opposition to how we
but why when you need the party or in opposition, the country ain't go to war?
Yeah, because the government at that time had tolerance. The government power tolerance at that time. President, we are very tolerant. You need to want to. Chihuahua is a feminine woman in Liberia. The woman has sailed on Liberia, job in her go for almost 3 months. The woman has been in Liberia for so many times. They have never sent radio communication to that woman or invite her and tell her, don't go anywhere in the country. We want to talk to you. Nothing they can. The woman pay foreign affairs minister know that the woman is traveling. The government know that the woman is traveling. After the woman go to the airport, you want and go and carry police and arrest the woman, put gun the woman here and carry the woman. Now the woman is sick. If anything happens to jail, the government should go and say responsible. Because we're not sitting here. The government try to go and give people right. It's wrong. You don't do that. It's wrong. You can be government. You want to ask now. You don't figure against people, right?
Okay, thank you. That's all you there. You are getting emotional. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm driven to qualifying on transit group. Yeah. Marka, let me say thank you very much for your talking point. And these are things that we will be discussing for our part of our country. So if you stop talking, it's going to go somewhere that we don't like. Yeah, for me, I would like to speak on Madam Joao Taylor issue. As a government, investigating drug case that is very much important to the society, to everybody who want to fight drugs in this country, for drugs to be minimized in the country. Then you are bringing politics in it. As a former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, what will it take from the government when the government having to have any other issue with her and write her and tell her that we want to see you, we want to get information from you. But allowing her to say that to go into other countries, then you carry police to go to arrest the woman, they not show any decency as a government. Why should do that to stakeholder? If you see the person in hard pursuit, they say when you see the person in act, now when you do it, a different case. But this is something that just want to turn the country into chaos. If you support of the woman having to rise up and the opposition having to rise up against the government, what will the country be? All the other people that were linked to drugs from the government circle, they have not been treated this way.
Okay.
And you as a sitting government, you're keeping the opposition.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Let me take this last one. Yeah, because of time, our guests are here already. Good morning.
Good morning, President.
Good morning.
Good morning to our patriotic citizens of Liberia, more especially our OGFM audience. My name is Ruben P.D. Dix, and I do join these conversations from the community where people find it difficult to have access to potable water. The first water from the drainage, play with drive from the central border. President, let me say thank you. But my extension have been done to the deportees that in our country today. I mean, it is so sad. And the question is, why the Unity Party and Mr. Marka continue to play game with our country? I mean, the stand of D where in which the Liberian people don't have serious and concrete understanding why those people are coming in our country. See how the country situation is. People are dying from hunger. I'm talking about the legitimate citizens of the country that are dying from hunger. While people are coming in our country where they are not citizens of our country. Why Mr. Marka and the Unity Party continue to play game with our country? But I want to say to them that we get it for the 8 hours ultimatum. Let them tell the Liberian people why. What is the reason those people are coming in our country today? So I want to say thank you for the opportunity, and we'll continue to listen to the OKFM for more information. Thank you so kindly, my dear brother.
Thank you so much for joining the conversation, brother. Our guests are here already, so that's all we can do with the calls. So just before we can join them, let me take this public service announcement to all citizens of Pala Town. It says to all citizens of Pala Town from Abu B. Sano, head of elders. The subject is general meeting for August 24th, 2026 at 12 p.m. This is to inform all citizens in and out of Pala Town that a general meeting has been scheduled for Monday, August 24th, 2026 at 12 p.m. The meeting will focus on important matters concerning the development, progress, and general welfare of Pala Town. All citizens are therefore strongly encouraged to attend and actively participate in the discussions. Please make every effort to attend, as your presence and contributions are important to the development of our town. Thank you for your cooperation and commitment. Abubi Sano, head of elders. But where the town located? Anyway. Okay, so like I announced this morning, we have our guests who are from the United Methodist University Graduate School. We have Dr. Bayoga A. Makriti here alongside Dr. Nusbe J. Weir and Dr. Moses K. Chirono also here. I hope I'm getting the last name correctly. But we will go to them and welcome them to this very important conversation this morning. Let's start with Dr. Weir and say good morning to you and the team.
Well, good morning. It's good to see you.
Yes. The last time we met was some long time ago.
Yeah, perhaps 2023?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yes, 2023. Yes, and the next person.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here to talk about the programs offered at the graduate school of the United Methodist University.
Okay, so we can just match your face with your own name.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm Moses Geronimo.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Dr. McCready, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, welcome to all of you. And generally, how is the United Methodist University?
Great. Uh, the United Methodist University Graduate School, as you, I don't know what is new to you, but I have been associated with the graduate school since 2023, and I currently coordinate the business college. We have 4 colleges, if I'm not mistaken, 4 colleges there now at the graduate school. Public health, mental health, or the health sciences, education, business, and theology.
Right.
So that's
Okay. Today we'll be talking about some of these um, programs that you or these colleges that you mentioned. So we'll start with for the listeners who may be hearing about UMU School of Graduate and Professional Studies for the first time. Maybe what exactly is the school and why was it established?
So we all are aware that education is key. And the United Methodist University, we are talking about grad school, but let's just talk about the United Methodist University, is about providing quality education to our people. And one reason we have come this morning is to let people know, or your audience know, that what we are providing, the kind of quality education we are providing at the UMU, everyone needs to be a part. Everyone needs to come and get the requisite knowledge that they need for whatever field they find themselves. So the United Methodist University is actually here to provide all Liberians with the opportunity to learn. And education is not just about earning another degree. It's about the impact. It's about developing leaders. Is about giving the knowledge, the requisite knowledge that everyone needs to become leaders. When we talk about leadership, it starts from the kind of quality education you receive. You cannot be a leader without being taught, without having a background of solid education. So this is why we have decided to provide this opportunity to all of our students, everyone who wants, whether you have a degree or not, because sometimes you may have 2 masters, you can still come. That's why we also have School of Professional Studies. So we have the grad school, we have the undergrads, we also have the School of Professional Studies.
Okay. Somebody want to add to that?
And in addition to that, we are planning in view of the same objectives here outlined. We are planning to offer some short courses because there are some professionals or executives or some people are in certain positions. They yet need to have some knowledge and skills to be added to what they are doing to make them strong and more strategic in their current positions.
Okay.
So we will offer similar courses as well.
Okay. So let's go to the specific programs. So we'll start with Dr. McCready, and he's, I understand, the coordinator for the School of Business.
yes.
Okay. So, I mean, what is the vision behind the UMU Graduate School of Business, and what kind of business leaders is UMU hoping to produce at that level?
Thank you very much. We try to focus on professionals that are already out there working in a corporate professional environment. That's the reason why we kind of schedule our classes mostly for evening, 6 to 9, because we cater to the working people a lot more. And so, like my colleague said, you may already have a degree, a bachelor degree, you've been working for years, but there are always sometimes the challenges of if you want to enhance your career, there always going to be some kind of bottleneck, like qualification restrict to maybe a master degree or something. And so this is where you come to get that quality education. We have been focused on quality. That's one of the reasons why we have not been out there in the limelight so much.
Okay.
Because we've been focused on billing.
Right.
The quality environment. It's not just about the quantity, but the quality of education. Because you got so many degrees out there. But hey, it can be saved all based on the quality of the education. So currently at the business college, we have our MBA is designed with specialization. It's not just a general MBA you get. So you get an MBA with specialization in 4 areas currently.
Okay.
And, yeah. So and one of those areas would be taxation and accounting. That's one of our area. And because the tax, our financial environment, dealing with LRA and all the tax issue with the international, with the coming of VAT and all that kind of stuff, we need to get prepared for that. If not so, we'll have to bring experts again from outside to run this business. So we're preparing students to be ready for that. So we have tax experts, highly skilled tax expert that lecture at the business college there. And the second area is human resource management and the leadership. And she was talking about leadership. Getting good leadership is not just about getting on the air and talking plenty, but you got to think critically and be able to analyze situation as well. And of course, managing resources is another issue, capacity and all the stuff. So, and then we have specialization in banking and finance. As you know, we have a lot of banking institutions around here, and people just get a regular MBA. Okay, it's okay, nothing wrong with that. But when you get that specialization, it kind of distinguishes you from just the rest. And then finally, we want to be focusing on management information system because we have a feeder program. The undergraduate they're producing bachelor degree in information system, IT. And so where do they go after that to enhance the skill? So since we already have that technology college, we are also focusing. So now the business college is going to be transformed into College of Business and Technology, not just business college. It's going to be College of Business and Technology in the next semester to come. So we're trying to focus more into blending technology with business, which is the way they train the world right now. You cannot find any business area where you will not find technology blended in there. So this is the direction we are taking.
What can you say about the curriculum and the course content, if you want to talk about that?
Oh, sure. Again, it's not about reinventing the wheel. So you have to look at the world. We are in a global world, environment today. So we look at other universities, both in and around the continent, the region, and the world, and we look at the curriculum, and you design model yours to fit your environment, but incorporating these required and critical courses. So if you go on our site or so and look at our courses or get our program, you will see everything laid out there. The total credit hour required to get MBA from there is 50 credit hours. Now, don't let it scare you. It's the same 48 credit hours, but we kind of increase the capstone, or what you call thesis, for 5 credit hours instead of 3.
Okay.
Because it requires a lot more work. You're talking about researching and coming up with a very good paper and presentation. It requires a lot more time. So 3 credit hours are not going to do that. So we just increase our credit hour for the capstone to 5. But it's the same for the 8 credit hour if you want to remove that 2 credit hour that we added to the capstone. Which is kind of a standard worldwide. Okay. Credit hour between 48 to 55, depending on the university you go to. So that's total credit hour required to get an MBA from the business college.
Okay, let's hold you there. We'll come back to you. Let's go to Dr. Nuzwe Wia to talk about the Graduate School of Education. Give us an overview.
So let me just start by telling you a little story. So I met a few young people, and we were just talking from one thing to another. And I realized that they could really talk, but they could not write. And, can you put that into writing? You have brilliant ideas. Can you put these ideas into writing? And unfortunately, they could not. We all know that writing, and not just writing, but professional writing is a problem in our setting. People know how to talk sometimes, but many times they don't know how to write. Okay. So for us at the UMU Grad School, we're focused on training our students to think critically, act responsibly, and contribute meaningfully. At the School of Education, one of the courses we teach, and it will interest you, Marka, is that we are talking about teaching on advanced academic writing.
Okay.
And I've spoken to many instructors, many counselors. I'm talking about legal minds. They too can attest that we need to have courses like these. So one of the courses, and it's very key, I taught last semester, is advanced academic writing. When you go through this course, and I don't want to sound like we are sounding our own trumpet, but I think another time we're going to bring some of our students into the studio so that you hear them. They have been able to move from just writing to advanced writing. As a grad school student, there are things that you write or ways you write that people know that this is a grad school student. It shows that you are educated. Let me just say in that way. So education is not only about teaching. It's not only about the curriculum. It's about how you do it, how you impact these students. So we are concerned about the holistic aspect of education and not just the curriculum. So the whole mind, the whole soul, the whole spirit. Because when you're in class, there are people who are in class, trust me, and they're not there. Why are they not there? Because they lack interest. They are just there, registered at the end of the day to get a degree. But you cannot do this at the UMU grad school. We make sure that once you are taught, you are assessed. And after the assessment, it's left with you, because there's nothing called, and everyone here is a professional. There's nothing called, I'm going to bribe this instructor. Nothing like that at the UMU grad school. You have to work and earn a degree. And we want to be proud of our students. This is why we are saying it's not just another grad school like Dr. McCready made mention of. We didn't want the limelight. We wanted quality. So we have been working behind the scenes to ensure that quality education is only what we give our students.
What are the other programs? You mentioned just one. And are these programs designed only for classroom teachers, or can education administrators, policy makers, school proprietors, and education specialists also benefit?
Everyone, for that matter. So I was just making mention of advanced academic writing because I told you the story. So if you are a policy maker, we have a place for you. If you are a teacher, because it's an education college, we're talking about teachers college, we normally say teachers. So yes, if you are a teacher, you definitely have a place. Because let me tell you, if you don't know how to teach and you have not had any prior or professional training, it's difficult to stand in front of students and teach. You need to know there are specific ways in teaching people. It's not just to say I know the subject matter and I'm going to teach. You must also have a prior knowledge about education, and then afterwards we are not only trying to build up these teachers or instructors, we are also they are going to pass through the process of our testing. And it's not just giving exams. We're going to test you in many different ways. I cannot tell you all that we do. So I'm going to tell you, we're just going to test you in many different ways. So it's not just sitting and taking a test, an aptitude test, and afterward, no. So education for us is like training all the professionals in any aspect, in any ways, any field you are in, whether you are a teacher, whether you are desiring to become a teacher. All of those. So yes, for government officials who are busy, for business people who are busy, for students who want to improve on what they're doing, and maybe you are in. We had someone who came to us and said, I'm attending another university, but I want to do something at your professional school with your profession. Yes, you can do that. So yes, this is what we are up to.
Okay. I mean, in your curriculum, how much attention is given to educational leadership, curriculum development, teaching methodology, educational policy, and technology?
So that's what we do. That's the focus.
Okay.
That's the focus. We are also developing a curriculum development. Also have curriculum development, and all of that. So yes, these are some of the courses that we
Okay, so let's go to Dr. Moses Jerusalem, who is the coordinator of the Graduate School of Mental Health, Mental and Public Health. Well, mental health remains one of the least discussed areas of healthcare in the country. Why is UMU investing in graduate level training in mental and public health at this time?
Yes, the program we are offering is overdue when you look at the needs of this country. And if you can just flash back, a lot of this country has undergone a lot of fevers since the late 1970s. And it has come on and come on and come on, culminated into war. And then after that, we had major disease outbreaks in this country, the Ebola and the COVID-19. All these have impact on mental health. And for us, health is not just the mere absence of disease. It is a complete physical and mental and social well-being. So the psychosocial aspect of health is very important. The mental health aspect is very important. Unfortunately, we have not had formal academic institution offering specialist training in this area. Our mental health experts that are here are trained out of the country, which has high cost and other challenges associated with studying outside of one's own country. The second thing also is to address the needs. What we have been doing, and I come from somewhere before joining the UMU.
Yeah.
So I was working with WHO, and what we were doing is to address this gap. We were working with the Ministry of Health to offer in-service training through workshops.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is not adequate. So the United Methodist University has done very well to adopt this program as a graduate program, as a full academic program. And it is the only one in this country. This is the only institution in this country that is providing specialist training in mental health. And so we need to take advantage of it, and we are here to promote it so people know about it, because it's not well known from what I have gathered from just talking with people.
So I don't know whether you can make some emphasis. What programs and areas of specialization are available under the Graduate School of Mental Health and Public Health?
Okay, it is focused on two main areas, and it's based on the needs.
Okay.
We have area in clinical mental health counseling, family and marriage counseling. That's the first area, and it's based on the fact that there are some people who are not at advanced mental health problem that you can see the symptoms very clearly, but there are manifestations in their day-to-day activities which require advanced skill or specialist skill to detect it and to address it. Of course, with their full participation and their full engagement. Then we have advanced psychiatric mental health program, which is directed at preparing, giving skills and knowledge to the candidates, to the students, to be able to address major problems like psychiatric problems that call for admission in an institution, in a rehabilitation institution. So we are doing it at two levels, and this is strategic because it is adapted to the context of Liberia, whereby we have some people who have this subtle or slow growing symptom that is not well pronounced, but it's
Okay.
disturbing their life and it's having toll on them and their family and their working places and people that they interact with. So we start at that level. Then we have this advanced situation where we have people. I mean, when you just get in the street, you will get to see some of these issues, and families have been afflicted with these challenges. Their loved ones have these problems, and there is no way to address them. And the Ministry of Health does not have enough manpower to address them. So, the United Methodist University Graduate School is here to work with the government, the Ministry of Health, to provide the skills needed to address some of these things so that the workload can be reduced on the workforce that we presently have. And this the important part of this also is the sustainability.
Okay.
People who are practicing now are getting older and they are reaching retirement age. We need to continue to replenish and bring in fresh professionals. And this program in the graduate school is here to address that.
Okay, let's go back to Dr. Weir and talk a little bit about the faculty at the level of the School of Education.
Okay, so we have a lot of professional in our faculty network, whereas we have Dr. Pan for counseling, who is
Okay.
not here. We also have Dr. Clark, who teaches research. And so we have other faculty members who should have been, I think we should have been 5 on this program today, but only
Okay.
3 of us show. But yes, with the faculty, our what we intend to do, why we are one of the strongest, is because we have decided that we listen up to our students. It's not just to give them what we want or what is the regular curriculum, but we listen out to our students to hear what works, some of the challenges that they are faced with, and we also help to address that. So especially in our guiding counseling, we counsel. We have other courses that we help them. As a faculty, we are not just concerned about just holding the university, but also helping and developing, guiding them into career counseling, and all of that. So yes, we are doing well. We have a wonderful faculty at the UMU grad school. I always make mention grad school because it's not just the entire UMU, but grad school. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, in summary, I know there are different institutions, offering these different programs. What sets UMU apart, and why you think people should come to the grad school especially at the School of Education?
Well, like I said earlier, it's not just about earning a degree. It's more than that. You can have a degree, you can earn a degree without the quality output. You need to get a school that is concerned not only about you just gaining the degree, but also one that helps you to become a leader. Leadership has a lot to do with what you listen to, what you learn, what you acquire, and the kind of person you become. So those that are making meaningful contribution would like to come to UMU, because it's not just about giving you an education degree or degree in education, or maybe in social counseling, or education psychology, or any of these courses. It's about guiding you. It's about the impact is about training you more than just giving you from the curriculum, but it's about caring for what your needs are and also supporting you in many different ways. There are schools that you attend. There are universities you attend, they're only concerned about you just paying the fees. Some of our students, the last semester, had issues, and some of them came not to ask us to give them waiver, but to also listen to hear what their challenges were. And we were able to listen to them and provide solution, not give them the money, not pay the fees, but give them solution, and also help them in how to make payments for their education. So it's not just about just coming to UMU or coming to get a degree. It's all about the way we, from step by step, we help you in reaching that goal. So it's not just about you coming to school, but we have the quality and the professionals that are there to help you to become who and what you want to be.
Okay, so it's almost 8:30. So let me just place a final question to you. It's almost in line with what you were saying. When you look around, you see that a lot of people now have interest in acquiring quality education, professional development, and all of that. But sometimes people are held back by maybe the economic situation attached to acquiring education. I mean, how is there any way, whether by partnership or any means, that the UMU graduate school can help people who really want to, enroll, maybe whether it is by setting a different style of paying fees or linking people to scholarship opportunity or financial assistance in any way? What do you do?
We do have scholarships. We do have scholarships. I may not be able to give you all the details about the scholarships, but we do
Okay.
have scholarships. And again, like I said earlier,
Mm.
we are not just concerned about you coming to make payment or else you will not come to school. No, we guide you in the process. We help you, support you. There are times where people want to give up because of the financial constraints. Sometimes the students don't have it right away and they need to be in school. So we help you, guide you through the process. We help you, support you in many different ways. Yes, you will come to school, but you will also know that education is not free. And you have to pay instructors, you have to keep the electricity running, you know what I mean? So we have to have stationaries, we have all of this. But we are not going to dash you because you don't have the money. So this is not what we're saying. UMU grad school is not free, but in as much as it's not free, we are there to support you. So those of you who are listening to me right now and you think like you're feeling like I need to come to this school, I need to, attend the UMU grad school or even the UMU undergrad school. We are people who understand what it is to want quality education and may not have the money. There are scholarship opportunities. Like I said, I may not have all the details right away, but you can contact our office. You can come to either our Ashman Street office or Congo Town office, right opposite the Philadelphia church. That's where you have the Ghana Embassy, the UMU grad school.
Yeah. That's
Yes,
what it is.
yes. So
Adjacent to the Ghana embassy.
yes, and then you're going to come in, make inquiries, and like I said, it's about your future. You wouldn't sit down or sit back and say because I don't have the money. The first step, they always say the beginning of any journey begins with the first step. So the first step is to make inquiries. The first step is to find out how much are the courses, how much are they charging for the courses, and how much per credit hour. You need to know all of this information. What kind of guidance can I get? I want to do 2 things. Which one fits me? So all of those, when you come, you will have people that will speak with you, talk to you, guide you, help you, and then you can start. And then you're going to have a story tomorrow that I didn't have the money, I didn't know what to choose, what to study, I didn't even know what to do. But with the help of, people from the UMU grad school or undergrad school, I was able to acquire an education. So please come to our offices and know that once you come, you are not going to leave. This is where this is your final bus stop at the UMU. We may not have been, promoting the UMU for a while, but we have started, and we are not just promoting it. It's not just another promotion where we just want to come and be heard or seen. It's about the kind of quality that we have and we are providing for all Liberians.
Okay, for you specifically, is there anything you would like to say? I didn't ask you.
I just said it. So let them come. That's the main thing.
Okay.
We want our students to. We want people to come. We want more students. And if you think you need guidance, this is very key. You don't know what to study, but you have a passion. Just come. We will be there to guide you.
Okay, so folks, if you are just joining us, you're listening to the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. Our guest here this morning, Dr. Bayoga A. McCready, Dr. Nusbe J. Weah, who is all the way out. Dr. Moses K. Jerome is also here. So we're talking about the UMU School of Graduate and Professional Studies here. So let's go back to Dr. McCready to talk more about the business school. I mean, people say, well, we go to business school and we graduate, we are looking for work, and others say, well, we want to train people who can become employers. Tell us, what's the principle at the UMU graduate school?
Very good. This is where you try to set yourself apart, because, like you said, there are a lot of business schools around, both international and local here as well. And everybody go get a degree, they can find a job. Fortunately for us, we have most of our students that are already working in a professional career, and they just need to enhance their skills and also enhance their career. So they come to UMU to get that quality. But what we do at UMU is like our style of teaching a little bit different.
Okay.
It's not the traditional teaching style you may experience around, because most of our professionals are trained overseas and they come with different methodology in their mind. We don't teach you just to go sit down and learn, but we apply. We do a practical application. We force you to learn. For example, as you say, it's not about just coming to take an aptitude test and take a pass. For example, in my classes, I don't give aptitude test in class. I don't do that. And then you'll be forced to read, analyze, think critically, and give your perspective on the subject matter. And so we use almost latest textbooks. That's another advantage we have. We have the actual textbooks for the subject matter that we're going to give to you as a student. You don't have to pay for it, as compared to other schools where you got to buy a pamphlet book. No, we don't do that. We do not encourage that at UMU. So we do our best to research and find the right textbook out there online. If we have to pay for it, we pay for it and have you have access to those textbooks. Also, like you say again, we try to prepare entrepreneurs and professionals, and not just to go get a degree.
Mhm.
Because if it was so, we have too many degrees around here already, and they can utilize the skills. So we try to encourage our students to become entrepreneur and, like you say, creating jobs. So our style, quality, we try to, and we coordinate a lot. Among the 4 colleges, we coordinate a lot to get things synced. So you see some of the instructors that cross-cutting across the different colleges in terms of teaching. The quality of instructor, most of our instructors are highly trained, skilled, highly experienced instructor, PhDs, highly skilled professionals out there. And so, for example, in the business college, we have tax professionals that are almost getting a PhD in taxation and accounting from abroad, and they are instructor there. We have already PhD holder there that are already teaching, highly skilled professionals. And it's not about, I think it's about the passion that the instructor brings to the classroom too. We try to make learning easy. That's another style we put into our teaching. We try to make learning easy to the point that sometimes students ask me, say, how come? How you manage to encourage them to learn and make it so easy for us? So it's not about, I don't know how to put it, but just like my colleague said, aptitude test, make it, you can't, a tough instructor. No, we don't encourage that kind of thing. This is a professional level. This is not where you can get note and take tests and pass. No, that's not what we do there. We preparing professional leaders and managers. And so we have to change our methodology in terms
Okay.
of presentation.
Dr. Jerolam, what problems in the health sector do you, or if I may say, the UMU graduate school is trying to solve by introducing this mental and public health program?
Okay, the first one is mental health. This is a silent and growing emergency in the country now, and it is a public health issue.
Okay.
And it is so pervasive that many families are affected in this country. Some of them, the effect is so open that they know about it, and some of them is subtle. It's there, but it's not recognized. But the impact is there, the effect is there, and it's affecting them. So this mental health specialist program or specialist opportunity that the United Methodist University postgraduate university postgraduate program is bringing is a big opportunity for the country, and it will help us to address most of the mental health problems that are here. Not only to deal with one that we have already, but to prevent. Because in public health, we believe in prevention in the first place. And if it should happen, then we go on secondary prevention, we go on treatment, we go on intervention. And this university or this graduate school is preparing people, arming people with the skills and knowledge that is needed to do this. So this is a big intervention that we are bringing about. About public health, we are offering master degree in public health, and it covers epidemiology, it covers nutrition, and we are also giving master of science in nursing that includes nursing itself, nursing administration, policy and planning. So these are areas that when people are trained in, and people have been going out of this country to get this training, to acquire this training, and now we are bringing it to their doorsteps. So the importance of this and the opportunity it offers cannot be overemphasized, and that is why we are making this known. Because some people may not be aware. I'm sure some people are not aware. I have come across some people. I was in an office a few days ago in a private sector office, and there are a lot of young people there. They have first degrees, and when I was talking about this program, they were not aware, but they were also impressed that we have this program, and some of them were telling me they will go there to inquire further.
Okay. So this question is for the both of you. Anybody can start first. What opportunities exist for, or if you may call it, advantages for people who graduate from your programs, maybe over those coming from other places? Did you understand the question?
Trying to say opportunity in terms of what?
So maybe Marka David is coming from school A, and someone coming from the UMU graduate school.
On a graduate school.
Yes, I mean, do I have any advantage over anybody? What maybe whether it's opportunity for job, opportunity for being able to, I mean, preparation for the job market wise. What are opportunities for me coming from UMU graduate school, maybe compared to somebody from somewhere else?
Okay, like I said earlier, our our methodology is so much of a practical application
Okay.
that there's no way you will get out of UMU graduate school and you have any fear of engaging any professional environment because you will feel so, you'll be too confident, very much confident, because we do a lot of practical application to the real world. What you do, what is going on out there is what we apply in the classroom. Best practices that is out there. So there, the advantage will be you have that fresh hands-on education, quality of presentation, you will feel comfortable in your subject matter, and that you will be able to, because one of the challenges out there in getting jobs or opportunity for professionals is that, like she was saying earlier, some people they know how to talk, but when you tell them, say analyze the data for me and give me, or look at the data and give me your analysis, forget it, they lost. They don't even understand what you're talking about. But tell them to talk about it, they will talk. So it is the difference in applying versus just learning. You should be able to apply what you learn and not just think I got a degree. So we try to eliminate those. In short, we are adapting to the modern form of learning and not just.
So, Dr. Jerome, is there a job market for someone graduating with a master's degree in mental health? And
Absolutely. I have emphasized here, and I cannot emphasize further, the need for mental health interventions in this country. And the ministry is also trying to strengthen that area. WHO that I work with before coming to UMU is also working with the government to strengthen this area, because it is an area that has a potential to threaten development in this country, or all development, because mental health issues are pervasive, they are penetrating, they are deeply seated in the society.
are we even
And
aware?
unfortunately,
Are we aware as people the threat of this mental health issue?
this is a challenge. This is a challenge. There are some people who have this problem that is creating problem for them, that is breaking down their own body,
And I
that
think
is
it's
also
normal.
breaking down families.
Mhm.
But they're not really openly aware.
Okay.
And that is why we are offering these two levels of degrees. These two levels for the mental health in particular. The public health, again, it cannot be overemphasized, but just the mental health. That's what we are we are offering degrees in these two areas. The counseling component, the counseling component which covers clinical aspects and also family and marriage counseling. So to address some of these issues, and again to bring in preventive intervention so that these problems don't get worse, and where they already are, we put in intervention to control them, to put them under control. And
Just to kind of,
yeah.
I mean, fortunately for me, I've been with the graduate school long enough than today, so I'm aware of all these programs.
Okay.
It was originally initiated by the Carter Center. When we started the mental health, it was originally supported and funded by the Carter Center, where we have qualified instructors from the abroad that were even teaching remotely
Okay.
as well. So the quality that is being produced from that program is so high level that hopefully it will be able to help to alleviate some of the issues that we are talking about. And also, we just had our first graduation, the last graduation, last March. It was the first graduate being put out
Okay.
from the graduate school, except for theology. As you know, UMU started the graduate program with theology as the first college for years.
Okay.
And then they just started incorporating
The other.
the health sciences, business, and education a few years ago. And we started with the business college 2023. So we just put in the first graduate for both health sciences, business, and education just about a few months, I think sometime last year.
Yeah,
March, we had
last year.
This March we had a graduation. And so, like you were saying, this is the first, I don't know about any other university that is offering a bachelor level in, clinical health or mental health program. And so the foundation that the Carter Center left with the university, we're continuing that right now. Because now the university is driving this process by themselves. Nothing has changed in terms of the quality that's being put out there. So that's why I make it distinct from any other programs.
Okay, so maybe I've not been able to ask all of the questions, so we'll give the listeners the opportunity to call and maybe ask some questions that you can also answer. Yeah. So let's go to the lines. Call 0777 700 995. 0555995 we have leaders from the United Methodist University Graduate School here talking about the different programs they are offering. Ask questions what you need to know about our school. You want to take advantage of some of these programs and you want clarity on some of the issues we've been talking, you can ask. So call on 0777 055 These are the numbers you can call. You can call and ask either about either of these different programs. So, okay, this call is going off. Yeah, so we are expecting your calls 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. Let's go for this call right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning. Please be a little louder.
Okay, good morning and good morning to all the professors in there. My name is Saros Yune. Yes, I'm a second year student from the International University of East Africa in Uganda, but I'm here on break and I just try to commend those professors and doctors in there because one program I heard about in their intro when they talk about the information system, I think is so paramount in our educational system here because I only can hear about UNU, not UNU, Cottington Graduate School, and some of the number of the courses and overseas is like 36. And I also heard about them accelerating or increasing to 50. I think these programs will help. If need be, that some of us can even be run, even to also in their curriculum, what we can do all together. I think it will be good because taking from Universal Library, even of the Universal Library, they are still having that 36 credits, and now the working of even administration or whatsoever to get that same 36 credit for me, I think is way below the belt, and so I think I'm thankful to them for that program that they are talking about 50 to 40 some more credits now for master's degree. I think is allowed.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Marka, good morning to the student guests.
Good morning.
My name is Romeo. I'm calling from Ghana.
Okay.
I want to tell the girl thank you for the program, the introduction of master's degree all around here will help us so that one school can hold all of us down to complete our master's degree studies. I'm interested in the MBA program. Do you people have the program there? How much per course? And what is the duration? And when are you starting this semester? Thank you.
Okay, they are listening. They will address your concerns. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to know.
You want to tell us your name?
What are they offering?
You want to tell us your name?
In public health and. Oh, you say my name?
Yeah.
I'm Brother John F. Gole, and I call you from Upper Corway.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know from your studio guests whether they offering master in public health and epidemiology. If yes, what's the duration and the fare for it?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining. You can also call too and ask questions. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995.
Good morning, my guy.
Yes, good morning.
I'm calling on complex.
Okay.
So I want to first of all tell you, yes, thank you.
and I want to find out what is the procedure to get there. The real procedure to attain some of the degrees.
Okay, the admission process, is that what you mean?
Yeah, the admission process.
Okay, thank you. They will provide that information. I guess they are taking notes. We can take at least two more, then we can go back to them. 0777700 995 Let's go for this one. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Dr. Emmanuel Olufadin. I'm one of the instructors at the United Methodist University Graduate School.
Okay.
Specifically, I'm with the Education Department there. I call this morning, appreciate the professors that are there. They went to represent us. But I just want to speak a little education department there. There was a question you asked, the person that came there, you asked, what are the programs? Okay? What are the programs offered under the education department? When you look at the educational space of Liberia today, you will see a lot of unqualified instructors in our the lower education and the higher education. You will see so many people that didn't pass through the walls of the education college teaching. And many of these people, they just see it as maybe a stepping stone. They have not really chosen it as a career, because what I mean is the fact that you have a bachelor's in accounting or a PhD in accounting or bachelor's in theology or a PhD in theology, or you have a master's in sociology or something, does not qualify you as an educator. Okay? So for you to be an educator, you have to pass through the course of an education college and qualify. That's what the Ministry of Education is doing now, because we have a lot of principals, a lot of DOs and CEOs that are not educators. But now they say that, hey, you must have a bachelor's in education, a master's in education for you to hold any of these educational administrative program offices. Okay? And that's one of the reasons why the College of Education at the Graduate School of United Methodist University was established. Okay? And some of the programs that have been offered there, you can come there and earn Masters of Arts in Educational Psychology. That's one program. You can earn a Master of Arts in Curriculum and Instruction. That's another one. You can earn a Master of Arts in Educational Leadership and Administration. Those are some of the programs that are being offered over there.
Okay.
And you will see that someone that graduates from there, you have a lot of career opportunities. You can be administrator, you can teach, you can supervise, you can be an inspector of education, you can be a teacher evaluator, okay, you can be a curriculum developer, these are things that are needed in the educational space of Liberia today.
Okay, thank you.
I really want to encourage educators. You are already in education to qualify yourself.
Okay, thank you. Just this final one. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to your studio guests. This is TPJ Apply for the Yadani Junction. What I encourage you most to call is they say they can encourage or they force you to learn. It's very, very courageous. Because at the time I was in the teaching field, that's my dream. Whatever somebody had a first degree from University of Liberia, and interesting to do the public health at your place, what you're talking about, what would be the criteria Or how about the duration of the course you're offering? It says another BSc, you got a first degree, and you want public health or advancement. Is that another BSc? Or what's the duration? Thank you.
Well, I didn't get it too clear. You have BSc in different field and you want to go in different field. Is that what you mean?
Person are taking is a physician, and is your nurse, is a professional nurse, and you got your first degree from University of Liberia in different perspective. Let's say accounting and management. Yeah, but he is a professional nurse, and he want to do the public health at that entity because you heard about the public health. So where will he start from? How long? What will be the duration of his advancement at that entity?
Okay, I guess they understand. Yeah. So let's go back to them. Yeah, go ahead. Respond to some of the questions asked and.
Okay. Sorry, I'd like to begin. One of the caller asked about the admission process.
Yeah.
Just like any graduate school, like I said, we try to use normal standard in admission. That is, this is a professional level. You're required to what? Send a formal letter of application to the specific college of your choice, the dean or coordinator, expressing your interest in the meeting, getting admission to the graduate school. In that letter, you also attach your resume or CV, and of course, your academic credentials have to be presented. And for school, we do what we call a personal statement, right? Essay, outline the reason for which you want to get into that program. I would encourage applicant to just send all, especially if you don't have the time and it's getting late for registration, just send all at once. And then, of course, our admission committee will analyze the document and then formally inform you of admission if you qualify to get in the program. And then, of course, you head to the graduate school opposite Congotown, opposite the Philadelphia Church in Congotown, and then you can start your program planning and courses, and we are there to guide you in terms of the planning. Another caller asked about the cost. It's currently $80 per credit, and we are the cheapest among all private schools currently in the country. And like I said, it's not about quantity but quality. And another, the top of the duration. Again, the program are designed per credit. So, for example, in the business college, the total credit hour is 50. So it depends on your capacity. You can handle, I think the minimum credit hour you can carry is 9 credit hours, if I'm not mistaken, which is with 3 classes. If you can do 12, you can do 18, depending on your time, your availability. You could do it as short as, 2 years, 4 semesters, or 2.5 years. It all depends on your time. And if you could push it, even you could do a year and a half in 18 months, if you could, if you have that time and ability to handle the classes. So it all depends on your timing. And because, like I said again, we cater to the professionals. So most of them are already professional in their career. They are working. So, and they control that. The classes begin September 14. So registration in progress right now. It is not late for any new applicant. You can just get to the office down in Congo Town, send your document in, your application in, and it's very fast track. We don't waste time in processing these documents.
Okay. So it's 2 minutes past 9 already, so we can just take at least 2 minutes to close.
Okay, just to close quickly. For the Master of Public Health, we offer in epidemiology, biostatistics, community health, and public health nutrition. So it's for the person who answered the question about the various disciplines. We also offer BSc in nursing, and that covers, I think I mentioned that during the conversation. So, okay. And the main thing we are here for is to promote these programs, to let the public be aware that we have these opportunities at the university, and they should come there and take advantage of this opportunity.
Okay. And
so apart from the UMU graduate school being, apart from the quality of instruction and the cost, the big advantage we have here, most of our professors are already expert in their area, the field of study. And so they bring to the classroom, like I say, a real world experience for you and a practical application of your knowledge. So we encourage everybody to come at the UMU, get the information, get in there, and you will enjoy the classes because the classes are fun.
okay, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, they are from the United Methodist University Graduate School, Dr. Bayoga A. McCready and Dr. Moses K. Jeronimo. Of course, Dr. Nusbet Weir was here earlier. We're taking a break to be back with our next set of guests here this morning.
Calling all the women, calling every single mother. Or by woman, let us unite. Mamas, come and save your child. Baby earth is reeling and wailing and needs your tender embrace. Mothers of the universe, Mother Nature's skies, ooh, come save your child. Come save your child. I say come sisters, come and take back your child. This crazy world is breaking and burning and needs your strength right away. Mothers of the universe, Mother Nature's skies, ooh, take back your child. Take back your child. Oh, this is our time. Oh, this is our time. Oh, woman, oh, this is our time. Oh, woman, oh, this is our time. There is no place to run.
Hey man, I love this song. I love this song. So, somebody's passport is missing. The name on this passport is Peggy Ivana Johnson. Your passport is missing. It is here at OKFM. You can come to find it. So Ivana Peggy Johnson, if that's the way, but as arranged, is Johnson Ivana Peggy on the passport. So it is here at the OKFM station. It's an ECOWAS passport, Republic of Liberia, ordinary passport for Ivana Peggy Johnson. So your passport is here. Wherever you left it, it landed at OKFM, so you can come to get it. Yes, so that's what it is. Our guests are here now, so we will join us shortly, just in 30 seconds. Yeah, so who do we have here this morning? Maxine L. Lucini, Rahim Goli, and Jerome Wlali. They are here this morning to talk more about their program and things they've been doing to promote gender equality, protecting the rights of women and children, and I think boys too. Let's say good morning. It's great to have the three of you here this morning.
So good morning. My name is
So you
Jerome.
can move the mic closer to you. It is movable. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So my name is Jerome Nyangulade Jr. and I'm the executive director of Healing Bridge Liberia. Healing Bridge Liberia is a youth-led organization that work with empowering adolescents, especially boys,
Okay.
to be able to have the agency or the ability to make informed decisions. So we have initiatives around boys empowerment, boys engagement. But now we are here because of the Nurture, Empower, and Protect project under UNFPA and UNICEF. It's a joint program that's targeting adolescent girls across three counties in Liberia: Montserrado, Riverset, and Grangide. Yes,
Okay.
so that's what we are here to discuss more about.
Okay, so let's take introductory statement from the other guests, and then we'll come for you to tell us the core programs under this project.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, so I'm Masni Elusini, a member of the Healing Bridge Liberia.
Okay.
And I'm Rahim Goli, also the member of the Hidden Bridge Liberia, one of the volunteers from the PHP community where I spoke on adolescent growth, puberty, menstruation, contraception, and consent.
Okay. Yes, I mean, tell us the core programs on the project. What are you doing? Who are you targeting, and what are expected outcomes?
So for the entire project, the joint program,
Yeah.
its outcome is after it's a 5 years program, right?
Okay, okay.
So after the 5 years is completed by 2030, we expect to reach 107,000 adolescent girls across the three counties. We expect them to be empowered and to be able to make decisions related to their bodies, right? And for Healing Bridge Liberia, we are working alongside the Clinton Health Access Initiative as an implementing CBO. We work in 5 communities in Montserrado. That's Oro, that's PHP, that's Slipway, that's Claratown, and West Point communities. So we are expected in those communities to establish 5 peer support groups that consist of 5 adolescent girls aged 10 to 19 years old. These girls are basically going to be like champions of change. We're going to educate them, drill through curriculums that are provided by Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, and then we put them out in the society to be able to communicate with their other peers too as well, and also link them to other health facilities within the communities on how to access family planning services, contraception, and basic things about comprehensive sexuality education. Then we are also expected to have men and boys volunteers. We will also engage men and boys too in those communities about the role that men play when you talk about the empowerment of adolescent girls. And then we have a network of parents or caregivers who we engage because we believe that there's a gap with the whole parents and children issues. I'm not able to talk to my parents because I feel like our society has made it a taboo. It's not because I feel like, but we don't have that courage to talk to our parents because from our younger stage when we're coming up, we found out that we're not supposed to have certain discussions with our parents, and that's why it becomes a problem that we go out to find information that are not true, that are wrong, and because of that, you see that we are well, I say maybe we don't have the exact information that we're supposed to have because our parents should be the primary custodians of information. They should
At
be
the end of the day, people are making wrong decisions.
exactly they are
Okay.
making wrong decisions. So after we do that, we are expected to come on the radio to give a wider coverage of what we've taught these adolescent girls and the men and boys and the caregivers. So Rahim Goli here is one of the men and boys volunteers from PHP community, and this Max Lane is one of the peer support group members from Old Road community. So we brought them to give their own experiences and what are some of the messages they can give out to the audience.
Okay, so let's start with Rahim. Why is it important to include men and boys in conversations about the well-being, safety, and rights of adolescent girls?
Well, I think men and boys should be included because they live in the environment of females, right? And they're gonna be dealing with these issues. They have families. They're in the communities. Have they're gonna have daughters and other relatives. So it's important to educate them on these things so they know how to support women when it comes to these things, especially with menstruation and so many other things. Personally, that's what I think. And interacting with them, I realized that a lot of men don't really have knowledge on most of these things. So it's okay to educate them so that they know about it, how to work around it, how to support women, how to respect their boundaries.
So, when you first began engaging men and boys in the community, what were some of the reactions you received?
Well, I got many positive feedbacks. Firstly, like I said, they did not have a lot of knowledge on these things. Some did, to be honest, and it was really interactive where they could allow you to explore their thoughts, where they could talk about what they knew on the subjects. Like I said, we talk about consent, menstruation, adolescent growth, puberty, and all this stuff. And I mean, the feedback was just amazing, and I was able to educate them more, explain on all these various topics. Sorry, yeah.
Mm. What did you learn also from those conversations that you perhaps did not expect when you started?
What did I learn? Um,
Anyway,
yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, it was
Maybe an experience, something you didn't expect, that maybe some strange reactions,
the strange reaction that I got, to be honest, was when I was communicating with the guys. One of the things that they said was surrounding menstruation, right?
Okay.
And they wait for women basically to get off their period and to get straight to business. And I'm like, no, that's not how it is. You're supposed to provide support emotionally, physically, or however way you can.
Okay.
So it's really good that
So the lesson was that most of them believe when there is maybe a woman is around her menstrual
you
period,
stay away from
stay
her
away from
until
them,
they're
don't
done.
interact with
Don't
them.
interact with them.
Some of them will even say you're not supposed to cook. Yeah,
And
just
the thing about it, I mean, the thing of it as is disgusting, which is
yeah.
not like it's nasty, it's this, and everybody feel disgusted about it, and they don't know what to do in these situations.
So your role has been to make them understand so that they
To
can provide
educate them, provide
support.
support to women,
Yeah.
know about these things because, like I said, they're gonna be doing with families, and they live in the communities where females, adolescent girls is.
And since these activities, what progress can you say you've made in?
I would say a huge amount of progress in a sense of
Are you being able to convince boys
I
to understand
was,
these things?
I was like the dialogue was interactive.
Okay.
So at the end of each dialogue, I made sure to ask questions. I made sure that they were able to explain what I said in at least two sentences, and everybody gave positive feedback, and everybody was excited, and they're like, "Oh, thank you. Wish you guys would come in more to explain to us about these things because we didn't know about it. Some did, but not to deeper level."
Okay, so let's ask Maxine as well. Share with us a bit of your own experience from your first engagement to where you are now. Has there been any changes in maybe misconceptions you had or whatever kind of belief you had before? What new has this program added to you?
Okay, so personally for me, it's been a lot of help.
Okay.
But one simple misconception I had in my life was concerning the same menstruation business.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Healing Bridge Library has taught me as an individual, as a girl, that my body matters. I have rights to my body, my voice matters, and a lot of stuff.
Mm.
Not all. way more.
So I mean, what different person are you now? Or what is the most important thing you've learned from participating in the PSG sections? Why is that PSG?
If there's one thing I've learned that is like
It's a peer
peer,
support group.
peer
Okay,
support
the
group.
peer support group. Okay.
Yeah. If there's one thing that I've learned that has stuck with me is that the importance of my voice concerning my body.
Okay.
Like I have rights to my body. And I don't need to wait for someone to come and tell me my right or what I should do. Even though I can listen to advice, but they fantasy this with me.
How important it is for girls your age to have a safe space where they can ask questions and talk openly without being judged.
Okay, so that is very, very important. And from my experience, I've had lots of female friends. And concerning the safe space, outside of the safe space, we get judged. And when their problems are put forth, it's mostly dismissed or taking like they are saying something that is not supposed to be in the light. So the space, the safe space is there where you can speak openly without being judged.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, has being part of the peer support group changed the way you make decisions about your own life? If so, how?
Okay, so I previously stated that the peer support group taught me that my voice matters, so yes. And concerning lots of stuff, personally, like some of the habits that I've done, I started to change. And
Okay.
I've started seeing that change in myself as well.
Jerome?
Yes.
I mean, what have been your experience with these, different group of people? Do you think you're achieving enough on this project, and what you actually want to see among young people?
Yes, I think there are testaments here. Raheem Goli is one of the volunteers. So the men and boys volunteers were like oriented, more like training of trainers. We train them to be able to go out in the community to get to their other peers, right? So when we first started, most of the boys or most of the men, because they were like four,
Mm.
so they had the knowledge, right? Because they were people that we believe that already had the knowledge. We just needed to give them more knowledge about that. So after we did that, when they went in the communities, they start to do their dialogues. It's more like informal dialogues, right?
Mm.
Informal dialogues. They do their informal dialogues, and when they started to send the pictures in the group chat, started to send their reports. Most of the misconceptions that they try to counter argue with the the other people that are trying to engage, because the conversations are going to be very controversial.
Mhm.
Maybe a guy may ask, what if you're saying that um I'm not supposed to have sex with this person because she did not say yes, right? It's more like consent. But now, what if this girl is trying to, get me to have sex with her when I'm not ready? What happens, right? So these controversial conversations, when they come up, how they engage with them and how they navigate through the system to make these people understand, it's very inspiring, and it's more of a success story that they were able to navigate through the system, navigate through giving them the right information, even with the girls, right? So having her here on this show, trying to give her experience to other adolescent girls out there that are listening, and even parents. We really hoped we would have had a parent here, but then because of the space, we couldn't bring a parent. So it's very important, right? For them, they will be going in the communities to like also reach out to their fellow peers. So then we having another event to actually understand if they actually went in the community to talk to their peers, right? So we expect them to bring one girl each, because there are 25 across the 5 communities.
Okay.
We expect them to bring one girl each to that event, that then we can know that yes, actually this girl went and talked to this person about this thing, about this project, about all of the things that she learned. Yes.
So, I mean, in practical terms, what societal problem are you trying to solve with this initiative?
So with this initiative, the NEP, we are trying to one, give adolescent girls the agency, give them the ability to make decisions about their bodies. We want them to understand that they have rights, and those rights needs to be respected, and it doesn't need to start from all the way from up there. It needs to start with them. They need to be self-aware, right? When it comes to the boys, the men and boys, we want to engage them that society has said a lot about you. Society has said that you cannot be emotionally intelligent, you cannot show emotions, you need to be controlling, you need to be dominant, right? So we want them to understand that true masculinity is not just about that, because if now they have that within their mindset, that is when they tend not to respect girls. Because if society say I should be controlling to every girl around me, if I tell the girl that you today I want to sleep with you, she should be able to say yes, right? That's what the entire problem is. So we tend to make them understand that this is not this, right? This is what we are trying to achieve. We want them to understand that girls and women can be seen as their partners, not just as any other female out there. Then for the parents and caregivers, we want them to, after the project, be able to have certain discussions with their children, right? Like for instance, you should be able to talk to your child about menstruation, have discussions around that. There's a misconception that if you try to talk to your child about menstruation, or if you try to talk to your child about sex, it means that they are going to have sex. You're not encouraging them to have sex, but this is something that they will eventually get into, right? So it's better that you give them the rightful information that they get, that once they go out there and start to have it, it can be a problem. Let me share this with you in the audience, right? There was this time we had an event and somebody shared their experience with us. Her mom told her that she should not allow a guy to lay down over her. So then she had a boyfriend. So the guy said, "Okay, since your mom said you shouldn't lay down over, I shouldn't lay down over you. You come now and lay down over me." So after she came back with her pregnancy, her mom asked her, "I thought I told you not to allow any guy lay down." She said, "No, I did not allow any guy to lay down over me. I lay down over the guy." Because you see, so that's a wrong information that was given on to her, right? Some people even tell the girl child, if you allow men to test you, you get pregnant. So which means if men test you, you get pregnant? No. So these are misconceptions we are trying to, navigate through, give them the right information, try to encourage them to give the right information to these children, because if the right information is given, you will see that these children will have the right information to make right decisions about their bodies and be able to know that I'm supposed to say yes to this, I'm supposed to say no, and they will even be aware that at this age they are not fit for sex, right? So those are the things we are trying to reach.
So, Liberia as a quote a traditional society, parental discipline, guardians, and all of that. How do you think parents are receiving these kind of initiative? What have been their reaction? Do you think some will think that, well, I mean, this thing will be spoiling the children, they will not listen to parents, like, oh, I should discipline my child, I should decide what that child should do, and all of it. How do you respond to these kind of reactions?
So I think previously I talked about controversial discussions, right? So we tend to agree and disagree. How? You say that, oh, as a parent, I have to discipline my child. Yes, you have to discipline your child. But in what way are you disciplining the child? Is it by you hiding information from her that you will not be able to tell her that, oh, maybe at 10 years old, you will start to see your period? There are certain times when girls tend to, start to see their period. They don't know about these things. They don't know that at a certain time they will start to bleed, and because of that, they go out there to find information from their peers. And sometimes those peers are also adolescents. These adolescents do not really have the information that they need, and because of that, they tend to give information based on their experience. And what works for me cannot work for you. That's the same thing with this entire contraception, early sex, and all of this. Maybe I started sex early and it worked for me. It doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. I did not get pregnant, but your first time having sex, you might get pregnant, right? So that's another thing. So we try to agree and disagree with them and try to, rebuild our discussions on more like engaging parents. We want to engage them so that they'll be able to, break that taboo and have discussions with their children. So now if we do that, we are also trying now to engage the adolescents that If your parents is not trying to get to you, you yourself should try to get to your parents and try to, have those discussions with them. It's going to be very helpful too for them. Yes.
So, what does nurture, empower, and protect look like in practical terms for a girl or young person participating in a project?
So for nurture, so like I said, the project is a joint program,
Okay.
UNICEF and UNFPA. So it's being funded by the Embassy of Ireland.
Okay.
So the nurture part is more like, the feeding aspect. Um, yeah, it's more like the feeding aspect, because before you empower somebody, they said, empty man cannot, empty bear cannot stand, right? Empty bear cannot stand. So how will you want to empower and protect somebody on empty stomach, right?
Okay.
So you have to nurture them, and then you empower them, make them to have the information, access to the information, right? And then you can protect them from these harmful practices that are out there, from these perpetrators that are out there. So that's how it is practically. You nurture them, you empower them. So they are part of the project that they also provide them with health services. Talk about contraceptives. We talk about iron, folic acid. It's iron or iron tablets, right? The weekly iron tablet, right? We provide them with it to help with loss of blood, anemia, and all of those things. So that's basically how it is.
So, I mean, what specific changes do you hope to see in the communities at the outcome of these initiatives?
So we expect that the adolescent girls that we are reaching mainly
Mm.
should be able to, have access to the information that we are giving them. We expect them to now be able to go to health facilities and be able to, when there's a need that you need to get family planning services, you don't have to be shy to go and get it, because we're linking them with these services. We're linking them with these health facilities that they can be able to access these services, because it has been a problem that though they have the information but they don't know how to access these things. Let's take for instance, I'm telling this girl that we are teaching these girls that they're supposed to access family planning services if they want to. Now, how do they access these family planning services? Do they access the family planning services by sitting at home? No. So we link them with these health facilities and make them to know that if there's a time that you want to access this and you need it, you can go to this health facility and you can get it. And now you will get it without anybody judging you that you're a little girl, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, right? Because at the end, it's basically like they are already engaged. So what we do here is we divide a group. We have 10 to 14 years old that we know may likely not be involved with sexual activities. So we preach to them abstinence. Abstinence, we tell them that we are not here to tell you about you go and have sex, right? That's not what we are trying to preach to you. But let's talk about people that are 15 to 19. Majority, let's look at our Liberian setting. Majority are already like involved into these activities. So if we preach abstinence to you, it's your decision to stay away from it, right? But we also have to give you preventive measures, right? We talk to them about condoms, we talk to them about family planning services and all of those things, how they can prevent teenage pregnancies too as well. So we want them to access these things, yeah.
So, Ryan, maybe in your own interactions in the community, what have been some parents' reaction to these activities?
Parents?
Mm.
I didn't get the chance to, speak to
Okay.
parents. No. I
Okay.
just spoke with young guys from the community.
Okay.
Yeah. But I hope they can relate the message to the parents, so parents can be comfortable having this conversation with their kids, because a lot of people don't really have a lot of kids don't really have knowledge on these things, and parents make it a taboo talking to the kids about these things, so they don't really have, huge amount of knowledge on it, except for what they learn from their peers outside, and sometimes it might not be the right guidance.
So, Max Lynn,
Yeah.
of course, you said you've learned some things, including decisions on maybe your body, what is good for you, and all of that. But before that, the same question I asked Jerome earlier about, the African setting, people want to make decisions for their children because they believe that they are the guardians. They know what is right for them and all that. What have been your previous experience, considering as an African child, and from what you know now, what can you say?
Okay, so previously, from my own experience at home, decisions about my body was mostly from my parents. Yeah, mommy tell me not to do this, daddy tell me not to do that, and wanted to be the child I am. Okay, so like I was just looking at stereo, everything okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
So when I first joined this group and where I am now, I now know the yes in my no. Now just okay again, the stereo and I move. So like everything I do for my body, I know the don'ts and do's. And right now I still like get in contact with my parents, like listen to them for advice. But now I know that the main decisions lies with me and the right one to take.
Yeah, but again, that sounds good. But is there any kind of conflicting? Maybe are they having issues? Are they having issues with why should you say, "Oh, mommy, I know what is right for me," or "Daddy, I know what you're telling me to do is not good for me," or "This is good for me"? Has there been anything like that?
No, for my kids, no.
Okay.
And when I first started having this conversation with my mother, she was cool with it. She was actually happy with the whole initiative.
Okay.
Yes. So when she tell me something, then maybe when I give my own thoughts, then we negotiate and come to a decision that better
Okay.
the both of us. So she was cool with it.
Is that what you've been? I mean, trying to achieve?
That's what we've been trying to achieve. That parents and their children should not just. It shouldn't just be that parents would just say, this and this be this, right? It should be something that you will have your parents and you will have a discussion about these things. They will give you their experiences, and then you try to navigate through the entire thing. So it's basically like also for us, we are CBO's members. We don't choose for these adolescents. We don't tell them that you should take this, you should do this, you should do that, right? We give them a list of options, especially for those that want to access the contraceptives, right? We give them the list of options, we give them the information that they need, and then we refer them to the health facilities. Then the health facilities to give them more information about these things, and then they can be able to choose. So the parents, we expect them to have conversations with their children about experiences, about different choices, and allow them to navigate through the entire thing, and then you come to a common ground, and then you can be able to have like a good relationship. And once that trust is built between a parent and a child, you find out that that child will always be able to come to you to talk to you about things that are going on wrong with her. For instance, maybe this child was abused. There are certain ways that parents handle issues, right? And it's very wrong. Maybe this child was abused, and then if two of you don't have that kind of a relationship, you don't have that kind of bond, that child is not going to tell you that, oh, this and something happened to me. So now those are some of the things that we are trying to bridge. So now that Maxine and her mother can have those kind of conversations, we expect that if there's something that happened to her that is harmful for her, we expect her to be able to tell her mom, because they are trying now to build a relationship that both of them can come to one understanding, and we expect the parents to get involved with these issues and try to protect her too as well.
Yeah, some experience like where maybe a child is maybe abused, maybe sexually abused at the end of the day, because they don't have that conversation with their parents. They either keep quiet, maybe because the perpetrator threaten
Exactly.
them, like if you say anything, I will do this
I'll
to
do this
you,
to you.
and that person will keep quiet. So
Yeah.
once that mutual understanding or that friendly relationship with the parent is not there, that child will keep quiet and maybe develop something that could lead to something else.
Exactly. And that's when you find them going to their besties, right?
Yeah.
They go to their bestie, oh, this and something happened to me, or I can't tell my mom, and I don't want you to tell my mom, right? But we want them to not just go to their best friends, because obviously
If that pregnant son, I say go to RPG. They got some kind of thing, yeah.
Exactly, go to RPG.
They got some kind of thing.
You go to RPG now,
You go blast.
Exactly, you blast the
Yeah,
baby, and
you
then it
know.
becomes problem because
Yeah.
after that, when you do the RPG, you need to go to the hospital to for post-abortion care and all of those things, right? So now, how do they do all these things? They don't even have the knowledge. These adolescents are still growing up. They will not know how to do RPG. They don't know what comes after RPG. They don't know what are the risks. So all of these things. So if you talk to your parents about these things, you often won't understanding, and then yeah, pregnancy is not the end of a life of an adolescent, right? So no parents want their child to get pregnant at that age, but let's say that child gets pregnant at that age, right? It's not the end of the line for them, right? If you, your parent, can have that discussion and they want you to keep it, fine. If you want to remove it, that's not what we are telling them because it's not something that is So we are not having those discussions with them. We're not discussing with them. We are only talking about preventing this pregnancy before it comes.
Yeah.
So use contraception, go to the health facilities and get family planning services, right? So those are the conversations we have with them.
Again, what without these initiatives, what do you think will happen to adolescents?
Without these initiatives,
Yeah.
we believe that most adolescents are going to be some way, somehow lost because, the world is, revolving, is navigating through the traditional sector now is coming back to a modern life where we see some parents now have the courage to talk to their children, right? But not all of them. So what happens to those who don't have those parents that can talk to them about these things? Now it becomes a problem for them. How do they access this information? We these CSOs and CBOs, we are mostly in the fields and we really do understand the cries of these adolescents within the communities. So without these projects, you'll find out that these adolescents are somewhere somehow going to be lost because we give them the information that they need to go to the health facilities. We give them the options that they need to go to the health facilities, and so we need without these projects, you find out that these adolescents going to be lost, especially if they don't have those connections with their parents on how their parents can give them the right information.
Well, to the two of you, is there anything from your experiences that I haven't asked you would like to share? Or anything specific you want to say about this entire initiative? How helpful it is, whether it is making any impact? Do you think it was important that people are even around to do these kind of things?
Yeah, I really hope it can stop the stereotype, against women when it comes to menstruation. I also really hope that, people understand that consent can go both ways, men and females, and that, you have to get someone's approval before you make any decision towards their bodies. And men, we can respect women's boundaries, uh, support them when it comes to these things, so that they know they're not alone in these situations.
Okay, Maxley?
All right, so for me, I was really surprised when this whole initiative started when they invited us to have a section with us. So there was during this one time where no female were there for class. So Jerome and Raymond Jerome started a whole section. He gave me. And he started talking about menstruation, and all my colleagues were looking at him. Ads were looking at him. I was like, "What are you talking?" So,
Yeah. Why is a guy? Why is a guy talking about menstruation?
then he started doing, he started acting girly, like, "You're taking to be a girl, my name is Princess for now." So we started laughing, and honestly, that session was really surprising. The way we flow so smoothly, it was strange.
Okay.
Yeah, it was strange, really. And another thing was when I went to my mom, she was like, "So the whole session you been in, what really have been talking about?" I said, "You sure you want me to tell you?" She said, "Okay." She said, "No, tell me." I said, "So we're talking about men and woman business." She said, "Ah, so you trying to tell me?" All right, so that two boys that I saw walking, I said, "I teacher on there." So later when she started, well, like when I come from my class, she would say me and she was like, "Tell me what you're talking about." So the conversation, it was strange and it was good. I enjoy everything about it.
Okay. Well, it's 18 minutes to 10 o'clock, so we will also ask, is there any further information you would like to share before we can open the lines? Yeah.
So, any further information we'd like to share is basically just to encourage the parents, the men out there to always try to support females, especially adolescents. There shouldn't be judgment around why when somebody says no, no means no. Yes means yes, but yes can be withdrawn. Yes can when somebody say yeah, they can also tell you no. And lastly, there's this it's not like a myth, but it's like a stigma around males helping females to access menstrual products. So most times a guy goes to the drugstore to get menstrual pad for a girl. Everybody be looking at him like this, like,
Yeah, that's true.
why are you getting pad? So because of that, you see, most male doesn't want to get involved with getting
Yeah.
menstrual products because they feel like people are going to stigmatize them and call them other names. So we want to encourage the public to differentiate from that because it's been a problem that most girls and most men are now wanting to support girls when they are on their period. Yeah, that's a huge problem. So we want to encourage them to deviate from that. And please, if a guy goes to get pads, everyone has their own rights to do what they want to do. You don't know if this guy is going to get pad for this girl. So just serve him the pad and let him go by his business. So we want to encourage them to, differentiate from the stigmatization.
When you go back, you get something to go back up to.
When they get back up, that's the ECP, the lady post pill. You go back up to a guy can back up too. He needs it for his girl. Of course, if he's trying to prevent her from having pregnant from being pregnant, he has to go and back up. Why if the girl doesn't want to go and back up, that becomes his problem because if he does not back up now,
You don't have the opportunity.
Exactly.
Quite interesting. Well, folks, call us, maybe ask some questions concerning what we are talking about. Now, out of context, please, and we should be safer about our discussions. We have some young people here talking about things affecting young people as well and how to solve some of these societal problems. You can call us on 0777 700 995. 0555 995 995 are the numbers you can call, and yes, we can ask some questions what you need to know. Maybe I didn't ask all of the questions you wanted me to ask, so you have the opportunity also to ask. Jerome will answer, Marklin will answer, and Rahim will also provide some answers where they can. So yes, the numbers 0777 700 995, 0555 995 995 are the numbers you can call. The discussion has been interesting, always interspersed, with some of the very practical but, funny part of it, because some of these things are very, very practical. Myself, I'm a little bit old and we have been passing through some of these things, children afraid of their parents. I could share a very, striking experience with my um, little cousin that we actually lost because every time I come from school I will see her lying down in a chair. She's an active person. She's always, like I will normally say, she's the one always giving me a hard time and stuff like that. But this time around when she comes, I come from school, she's just lying down in a chair, covered. She's just cold, shivering. What is happening? She doesn't want to go to hospital. She doesn't want to explain to anybody. And it reached a point that she could not bear anymore, and just for her to be taken to the hospital to realize that, she has spoiled a pregnancy and it has reached a very terrible level, and unfortunately we lost her in the process. That's a very personal family experience. So that's why I think some of these discussions are important so that you can have the courage to engage your parents when certain things happen. It's not all about maybe sexual side of it and things. These are all very important, because if you don't do that, while you're trying to prevent, you could just spoil everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it is important. So call and let's talk about these things. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. And that event still hurt our family today so badly because that person was one of the brightest child in the family. Yeah. Yeah, so yes, call your call. Let's talk. The young people here, but one, yeah, your call. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Matthew Guy calling from Lower Mangibi, Boyston Junction.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm quite excited to see young people discussing things like this, you know. I got my 14 years old, and now she's very, I mean, how to say, she's getting so involved. And sometimes I call her and just talk to her. And when I heard the program, I was so excited, but I'm on the right track.
Okay.
I wish we were living near you or near them, and I would have tried to encourage her to talk.
Yeah.
I think we need to start talking to young people a lot. We're losing a lot of young people for these kind of activities.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Maybe at the end of the call, we will ask Jerome whether there are plans they still have the support to extend to additional communities. We'll talk about that, but let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yes, you're live. Just be a little bit louder.
Yeah, my name is Musa J. Puma from Uru.
Okay.
Yeah, what is this? What is it? Well, I just put my radio on.
Oh, okay. But then just listen. Maybe you'll call later because we can't go over the almost 1 hour discussion. Yeah, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Okay, the name is C. Peters. Johnson. Are you there?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say a very big thank you to our brothers and studio with you there. It's educated because most of our children they do not know. You know, they are cared about peers group. You may have a child on our station, even sense them, but they will go to school. When they go on the campus, there they have the Android phone, they get educated to success. When they know this thing, they don't know how to go about preventing them. So they back up, the brother just talk about that's the one the children knew this time to care their day regular. But those that do not know, they will go against it now. Then their friend will shoot them tablet to take to have it about it. At the end of the day, they find themselves in a serious predicament where the parents will start running up. So this is a very good education for our Liberian, for our girls.
Okay.
Because they do not know how to go after this thing if they are exposed to life.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you to your guests.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning. Come on. Okay, family.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is Paco calling from Fiamma, USA.
Okay.
Thank you for the education. Lord, thank God to the God to be the education. We will have the care children. As if I the great that is great. Because some friends, the father, our commission, some of the children, some of the children, the teenagers, they may fuck all ring. The father friend say, can we get the one woman to take it off? Can't do the one. Can't take the drugs and tablet. Our commission, most of the youth. And not easy. So the education, a group of parents to call now and to learn from my dad. Because the education, I was very listening, it really tells me, and it could. They could because the youth or the country is very damaging. Because the JFK, they say the hospital is free bar. Yes, small for children is not easy. You take up say, you know your circle, you know that menstruation is so hard. You know it. Your mother was educated, she pays it. Your father friend, our friends, they're not fooling people. So thank you. You call people that die and get more education. Can thank you to my OK family.
Okay, thank you to our family. Thank you, our family. Yeah. Yeah. So we have 8 minutes to go. We can still take some more calls. 0777 700 995 995. Good morning.
My name is Musa. I call Elliot. I'll get a conversation first.
Yes, go ahead.
Only reason I call that because these days, the girls children, not having one panel. You do that, it can be very confused. So you don't know it's a single person that penetrated the reason for which they decide to take a penalty.
Mm. I don't know. Your line is really low. I don't know. Your line is really low. I don't know. But I mean, you yeah, your line is low. Yeah, let's see if we can take two more. 07777009950 0555995 let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is David Ethan Harris, and I'm calling from Stevens Over Estate.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to, thank our folks in studio this morning for that initiative. We're very happy for the changing of narratives. I'm very glad to be a part of the show.
Okay. Thank you. So let's go to Jerome, and you listen to somebody who called from did they say Doison? I think
Boys
some
Town, Boys Town.
Boys Town. Yeah, they were like, oh, I wish you the team were around here, so some of our children can also have the opportunity. Do you still have the opportunity to expand?
So, like I said, the the project it's in three counties, and Maggie is not part of those counties.
Okay.
Yes, it's in Monserrado, Riverside, and Grangide. So, talking about expansion, we will expand, but it will be in Monserrado for now, or except the project, UNFPA, UNICEF goes back to the table and see a need for expanding in other counties. Then then that's where we come in as CBOs, because that decision has to be made by them. Once they
Okay.
make those decisions, then now we have the ability now to go and expand in other counties. But for now, if we are expanding, it's going to be in other communities in Monserrado. Yes, but there are other good
Mm.
programs around Boys Town, around Lower Mikey B. There's this organization called Help a Mother and Newborn Initiative that they work with teen mothers, and they work on that side. They work in Lower Maigibi and Upper Maigibi, so they have a very good program too for girls. I could recommend. Yes, they call it Help a Mother and Newborn Initiative. You search it on Facebook. Help a Mother and Newborn Initiative. You search it on Facebook, and then you can get a start from there.
Okay, so we are closing. Let's hear you each in your parting comments. Yes, as we take leave of you, what else you want to say so we can go?
Oh, I'm thankful for the experience, firstly, and just everything that I said. I hope everyone, the feedback being positive from the callers and everything. So I hope we can share these conversations with friends and family, and I hope parents who are listening, you can give the room to explain these things to your kids, and also give them the room to have these conversations with you. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay. So I'm grateful for the experience as well. And there was one thing a mentor of mine said. He said, there are no rucha. When I get frisky children in Liberia, and frisky children can be changed. So to the parents, I will advise that you create a safe environment around yourself that your child will be able to come to you with problems. Even if that problem is so bad, I advise that you come to one conclusion on it and make the child understand instead of just beginning to be still and doing okay.
Okay.
So, first, I would like to say thanks to the OK family. It was not easy getting here, and we know what we had to pass through to get here today.
Yeah.
We want to say thank you for hosting us, and we hope to keep coming back. This is my second time on the OK Super. Is it Super Money Show?
No, Morning
Okay,
Rush.
Morning Rush, right? It's my second time being on the Morning Rush. The last time I was here, I was talking about positive masculinity.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. So it's my second time, and I want to tell the audience, want to caution them to always, stand with us, men be as allies, parents, create safe spaces. And adolescent girls, the information that we are giving you, be able to give the same right information to your other peers out there, so they can be able to get the right information instead of getting the wrong information.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So much.
Okay, so they've been our last set of guests here this morning. Of course, you followed the conversation. Maxlin Lucene, Raheem Goli, and Jerome Wlali. They've been here this morning as our last guests. The next time I will be on this show, except for special service, will be on Friday again. So again, I want to announce that Johnson, Ivana, Peggy's passport is missing and she can find it here at OKFM. We're just trying to do humanitarian service. Yes, you lost your passport, so it is right here. You can come and pick it up. The name on it is Johnson Ivana Peggy, but I think yes, Ivana Peggy Johnson. So come and pick your passport from here. So again, the name is Marka Davis. Thanks to Blessing Rejoice Nimland, Abraham Cannon, aka Uncle Sack, for the production. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Bye bye. To all of you celebrating birthday this weekend, just be expecting me. Copper pass away and Grace Guy. You will see me. I don't care what you do. So yeah, let's go. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.